Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Get onto the show!
Who's there? Airplane Peanuts.
Boo!
Airplane Peanuts, am I right?
Doesn't even make sense. Your jokes suck ass.
Another tough crowd today, okay. Well, let's get on to the show. So, welcome everybody to the 2020 Birb Awards. Yeah, Birbies! This is the most prestigious music award show in history. And on today's video, it's going to be the top 10 guitarists, metal guitarists of 2020. And this is the best of the best in terms of being technical, lots of riffs, music creativity, all things combined. It's the musicians that challenge themselves the most. That's going to be in my top 10 list. And massive disclaimer, these are based off my reactions. So this list right here, these artists didn't make it onto this list. So spoiler right there, but that's because I haven't checked out their music yet. But I'm sure if I did, they'd be on this list. Okay, so I know, just keep that in mind. Based off my reactions, there's gonna be a lot of metalcore and probably a lot of metalcore. Maybe some other stuff. I don't know, stay tuned. Anyway, I think that's all we need for chit chat. So let's fucking do it. Okay, number 10 goes to the homie. And the homie actually lives pretty close, so maybe I should just call him out. Hey, Nick! I don't think he can hear me. Goes to Nick Nocturnal.
Both know that you'll stay.
Okay, Nicky Boy has been crushing it this year. He's an insane content creator, but also everyone knows he's a fabulous guitarist. The way that he can just learn music so fast, and his band Termina that put out bangers as well. I gotta put my buddy on this list because, like, seriously, he is actually a phenomenal guitarist and a great content creator. It just makes sense that he's on this list. Okay, number 9 goes to one of the most unique guitarists on this list. The guy I'm always astounded when I hear his riffs because I don't understand what he's doing. And because of that, I have to give it to Buster. I might screw up his name. Buster Douglas Odoholm. I'm sorry if I'm screwing up your name. Okay, so Buster, he's the guitarist for Humanity's Last Breath and songwriter, and his guitar style is so unique, it's so weird, it's so heavy, and the complex time signatures and rhythms, the complex riffs that just don't even make sense, and I have to give him credit where it's due because it's so unique, and every time I listen to it, it's always a challenge, especially on first listen. It's just like, what the hell did I listen to? But the more you pay attention, the more you're astounded by his work, and he literally plays his guitar like upside down. It's really weird. It's very weird, and I think that's another reason why his music is so weird, because it's like literally flipped on the script, flipped upside down. It's so awesome, man. Okay, number 8 goes to another homie of mine, and this guy is truly one of the best guitarists that I know of and can think of. His music is insanely talented. He writes instrumental music, but he also does a lot of electronic elements. He creates a lot of synth work like Mick Gordon. And that goes to my buddy Ramon Guitarists. I'm sorry if I'm screwing up your name, man. I know we're buddies, but like I always call you Andromeda. And I'm Spanish. I should know how to spell your last name. I think I got it right. But anyway, dude, you are actually a phenomenal guitarist. Like, your instrumental work is insane. All the different scales that you use, all the djenty elements, you know, your music is so exciting in terms of songwriting. It's unpredictable. The riffs resonate. Everything that you do is just gold. It's like insane. The amount of talent that you have is ridiculous. The orchestral elements that you bring to your music. Like, if you want to hear great instrumental progressive metal djent music, check out Andromeda. He is one of the best guitarists, I think, right now. Okay, the next guitarist on the list is one of the best metalcore guitarists in the scene right now, and his work is truly astonishing, and that has to go to Jesse Cash from Era. Okay, everyone knows my opinion about Era, but like, this is a band that I like, I just don't love. Slowly but surely, I'm working on it, but Jesse, there's no denying his talent. Like, his guitar work is so frantic, so all over the place, so technical, and the fact that he can sing as well is literally insane. Like, guitar solo in Snowblood is one of the best solos of the year. Jesse just deserves a spot on this list for being challenging himself as well, with House of Glass being the new single. It's time signatures all over the place. It's very complex, and you can tell Jesse is pushing himself as a musician, and that's why he's so high up on my list. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, next up on the list is one of the biggest guitarists in metal, one of the biggest acts in metal, and that goes to Matt Heaphy of Trivium. Okay, Trivium has really impressed me this year. I'm a little bit behind on the Trivium bandwagon, but I really love the new album. The guitar work is so catchy, fun rhythms, fun riffs, and that's expected with Trivium. But Matt Heaphy, you know, I think another reason why I have him on this list because he's been such a good content creator, you know, on Twitch streams. He's really pushing himself as a musician, and his music is like so good too. So all around, like, great vocals, great guitar work, great human being behind the acts. Like, this is such a good guitarist, and he needs to be high up on my list. Next guitarist on my list is a band that I discovered this year, and I was completely blown away by their new album, and that is Nick Sampson of I Am Abomination. So Nick is making shreddy fun again in the scene. You know, a lot of metalcore, post-hardcore, it's missing the shreddiness, but Nick is there to fill that void. Oh my god, the guitar work is so stupid fast, so many memorable licks, so many solos, so many fun chuggy rhythms. Like, this is just prime post-hardcore, metalcore, progressive metal, all those things combined. It's very, very fast, very fun, shreddy work, and he needs to be high up on my list. Alright, next guitarist is not the shreddiest, not the fastest, but one of the most unique. I'm always astounded by their guitar work, and also this band recently just put out a guitar playthrough that I immediately checked out and was again blown away. And that goes to Eric from Loathe. Eric Bickerstaff. I don't want to script the last name, but you know what? Might as well give it a shot. But Eric, my god, the guitar work in Loathe's new album has so much versatility. It's so unique, so sludgy. The rhythms are always changing. Nothing repeats itself, and that's a huge reason why it's so high up on my list. When other metalcore bands rely on copy and paste formula, here's Eric and just really pushing the boundaries of what metalcore can do, bringing a lot of unique effects, the baritone guitars as well. Most bands are using 7-string, 8-string guitars, but here comes Loathe sticking to 6-string baritones. It just has such a unique tone to the music. You know, the effects that they use, it's not about how fast you can play or how technical you can be, but it's about making your guitar have a voice. And I think Loathe is doing an amazing job with their guitar work on the new album, and that's why Eric has to be so high up on my list. Alright, next guitarist is actually a role model of mine. I'm always astounded by his work. Every album that he puts out always blows me away of how much he pushes himself as a musician, how much his guitar work evolves. That goes to Luke Hoskin from Protest the Hero.
Take from me this body, it's all that I have left.
Okay, so the riffs on Palemsis are just frantic. They're all over the place. Gone are breakdowns and chugs. It's all about the rhythms and these proggy riffs. It's amazing because they used to write just basic power chords and a lot of octave chords, but now Luke is all about these unique jazzy sounding chords into their prog. It sounds so unique. You know, there's a little bit of flair to each chord he plays, a lot of lead work. It's expected from Protest the Hero if you know their music. It's all about the noodly, just frantic guitar riffs. It's non-stop. Protest the Hero and Luke Hoskin definitely have to be in my top 10, and Palemsis really showcase amazing guitar work, and that's why Luke is at number 3. Okay, I'm going to do something different here because I'm a little bit tired of showing my face. I'm just going to put the picture of the guitarist here. I'm wondering if you guys might get it. No? No? Well, if you did, then good job. It goes to Richard Henschel from Haken. Okay, so if you don't know Haken, they're essentially a progressive metal band, very similar to Dream Theater, and with Dream Theater in mind, you know the guitar work is going to be really good. Now the reason why Richard is so high up is because the riffs are so memorable, so many good riffs, so many solos that are just catchy, but very technical and very challenging as a musician. But not only that, the reason why he's number 2 is that he pulls in so many different influences to his music. He doesn't just listen to one thing, and you can tell that by listening to the new Haken record. There's so much variety in the album. I know he's a big Rage Against the Machine fan, big Radiohead fan, and of course Dream Theater. So all these things combined makes him such a phenomenal guitarist because he doesn't just sound the same all the time. And also bringing back motifs from older albums and different melodies that you've heard from previous albums. It's just icing on the cake, man. That's why Richard is number 2. But there was one more guitarist that I was so impressed by, so let's get to that. But first, here's many honorable mentions. Okay, so my number 1 goes to one of the cleanest, fastest, one of the most unique guitarists that writes beautiful, soaring melodies that resonate, a lot of percussive elements, also has a really beautiful voice to boot. And that is Manuel Gardner from Unprocessed. Okay, so Manuel, I'm sorry if I'm screwing up the last name there, but he has definitely got to be my number 1. And keep in mind that these are based off the reactions I've done, because there's other guitarists that I know, like Pliny, Intervals, yada yada yada. But I've checked out Unprocessed this year, and holy crap, the handwork is actually ridiculously insane. You know, the harmonics and the slides with the left hand are so swift, so smooth, so much elegance in terms of the melodies, and these hooks that just resonate. And it's so important to have riffs that resonate, especially for casual listeners that don't listen to stuff like prog or math rock kind of music. And also his right hand, the percussive elements, it keeps a lot of energy, and it's almost like its own drum in a way, and that's why it's so impressive. Both hands are so fast, so swift, and that's why he got called out for being fake, but that's not true. He's just ridiculously fast guitarist, and Unprocessed music, I'm always excited to hear it, because I think Manuel is one of the best guitarists in the world right now, and I can't wait for more material from Unprocessed. Okay, so Manuel, congratulations on the win for being the best guitarist of 2020 that I've heard of, and congratulations, you earned yourself a yellow present, or a gold present actually, or it could be yellow. And ooh, that's what's inside. It looks like some nice styrofoam. Ooh, you don't want to miss out on some high quality styrofoam that is wrapped in gold, okay? Okay guys, so that's my video for the top 10 guitarists, and that's a new video for the channel. I want to do something a little bit different. I feel like guitar is one of the few things I can talk about. You know, you're not going to see top 10 drummers or top 10 vocalists here because I feel like that's kind of out of my realm, but I'm curious to know what you guys thought. Do you agree with my list? Do you enjoy this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's see those guitarists that I missed in 2020. I know there's a bunch that I missed. Also, what did you think of the top 10 guitarists idea? Let me know in the comments. But on that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time.
Peace.